And of course, we need a foreground interest as well, which is right here. Oh God, it's wet. They were not as colorful as Instagram posts that I've seen. So yeah, Instagram always ruining things. I'm pretty sure I'm good enough to find one, but I just couldn't. It's just, yeah, it's barren and empty, this place. I'm just gonna focus on the details and the textures. So hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is RT Lee. If you don't know me, I'm a landscape photographer based in South Korea. And as you can see, the sun is going down and we are in the city of Yeosu. And those two islands and the sky together are absolutely beautiful. They can be a very good background. And of course, we need a foreground interest as well, which is right here. So this rock covered with lichen will be my foreground interest. And I've got my 16-35 on, and I'm gonna shoot it really quick because the tide is coming in, so I had to rush. All right, let's get to it. All right, so I've got my first composition of the day right here in front of me, which is this rock and the beautiful sky with these two islands. Now, what I'm gonna do is I've got my 16-35 on, and that means I'm gonna shoot it up close right here and emphasize this rock as my foreground interest. It'll look large and as a foreground interest. I've got my polarizer and my 6-stopper on to cut off the glare from this rock and make it more vivid, and also the sky as well, and ND filter to smooth out these waves that are coming in really fast. So, oh God, it's wet. I gotta work fast. All right, so I'm going to make two shots. So first, focus on the lichen covered rock. 20 seconds, ISO 100, F11. And I'm gonna focus on the background or the middle ground, it doesn't really matter. F11 usually covers everything. So that's my second shot. All right, those are good. Okay, so without further ado, here's my first shot of the day. I had to rush a little bit, so I'm sorry. All right, let's go.
My apologies if my voiceover sounds a bit off. I am recovering from a cold. Even though I was absolutely knackered after 5 hours of non-stop driving, I still wanted to take photos. I had only about 30 minutes left until sunset when I got to the beach. But that was enough. It didn't take long to find my first shot, a rock that revealed itself like a half-buried head full of green hair.
So we still have like 30 minutes left until the actual sunset, and I just had to rush because the tide was coming in, but check out the two islands behind me. Yeah, those are just, they have a beautiful background as sunset and clouds. I think I'm gonna change my lens to 100-400 and shoot it. All right, let me just organize my things. All right, so I've got my 100-400 right here, and I'm gonna shoot that island with this. You know, this beach is famous for these round-shaped rocks that are just fully covering the beach. But at first I thought, maybe I could use those rocks as my foreground interest, but they were not as colorful as Instagram posts that I've seen. So yeah, Instagram always ruining things. All right, so I've got my polarizer and my 6-stopper on to make a long exposure shot of this image. Now, it doesn't give me a super long exposure. However, it does give me 15 seconds of exposure, which is more than enough to smooth out things. And what I really like is, smoothed out minimalist photography. That's what I really like. And I don't know, maybe this can be a black and white shot as well, because conditions are just, a little bit black and white-ish. There's not much color left anymore. So ISO 100, f11 in 15 seconds, and there we go. All right, let's check the sharpness. It's a bit shaky, so I'm gonna make one more shot and then I'll show you. So when the photo's done, here's the shot.
In the original image, there were 2 islands, but I wanted to make the photo a bit more minimalistic. So I cropped it and positioned one island in the center. With the dark blue skies and the smoothed out sea, I was able to capture a contrasty black and white minimalist image.
Alright, so I found a composition that might work nicely. I'm not sure, but there's no background interest, but only foreground interest. So surely this will be a little bit of a boring shot. Definitely not an A-grade shot, but I think it's worth a try because this beach is a little bit disappointing. It doesn't have that many compositions to shoot, or maybe I'm just not good enough to find one. But I'm pretty sure I'm good enough to find one, but I just couldn't. It's just, yeah, it's barren and empty, this place. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna change my lens and then continue the video, so bear with me. All right, so you see the rocks here. I thought about using my 16 to 35 and shoot this as wide as possible. That these rocks goes towards this the background right there, which is the sunset. But it's gone now. I was too busy finding a composition. I actually, missed it, but it's okay. But I had to zoom in a little to make this a little bit perfect. So that's how it looks like. So let's shoot this. All right, since the sunlight is gone now and I can't shoot it as wide as possible, I'm actually at 24 mil. I'm just gonna focus on the details and the textures. So polarizer, as always, to make this beach in front of me a little bit more colorful with cutting the glare, and the sky a little bit more vivid as well. And I think 6 stopper should be enough because it's getting dark. All right, so this will be my last shot in this location. So that gives me 30 seconds, and I'm gonna shoot 2 shots. So first, focus on the closest point, which is this rock here. All right, so ISO 100, f11 in 30 seconds. Focus on the closest rock. So that's one, and I'm gonna focus to the horizon, to the infinity, and that gives me shot 2. So I'm gonna combine them and make the same thing as my first shot of the day, to focus stack, and so that from the closest point to the farthest point it'll be focused. So yeah, that's my idea. But honestly, I don't know how this shot will turn out because it's just foreground only, and the background is not much. It's just blue skies with an overcast. So yeah, I don't know, you decide, you tell me if it's good or bad. To be honest, this is an out of desperation shot, so it's I'm not really expecting much. All right, without further ado, here's the shot. You decide. Tell me in the comments.
I tried hard to find more compositions, but there was none. Out of desperation, I shot this image. An image with only foreground interest and bland skies. But seeing it on my large monitor, I surprisingly stopped hating this photo. I think this photo has its own place in my hard drive, as a good attempt to find an image in an empty beach somehow.
Alright, so I think this is going to be a rather short video, but as the light is fading, I had, only like 30 minutes, and I didn't even rest much because it took 5 hours to come here, and when we came here it was already getting dark, so yeah, it's just had to rush a little bit today. But I think the photos were nice, except the last one. I'm not sure about the last one, but I don't know. Anyways, thanks for watching as always, and I'm sorry if it was a little bit chaotic, but I hope you understand. Sometimes it just happens. So yeah, bye for now, I guess.